Okay, so with this one, there's a bit of a special little tuning note. If you're trying to play along with the recorded version, they're about, I would say, a quarter of a pitch sharp. So it can be a little funky if you're just in a standard tuning like we're using here. And playing along, you might sound just a little bit off, so just take note of that. But like I said, just a standard tuning, EAD, GBE. And for a lot of this, there's a bit of like two guitars that are kind of overlapping at parts. So I'm just going to try to condense both of them into one single composition. So there might be a note or two here that's kind of sacrificed just to accommodate for, whatever guitar is kind of dominant at that moment. But we'll try our best with it. The overall progression for the intro and these like pre-verse sections, we're just starting with a B minor. So you could do that here at the bar chord style with the 7s, and then 9 on the A and D. And then take that same minor shape that we have here, drop it down to the F sharp minor at 2nd fret with the 4 on the A and D. Then you can do a G, either open style or bar chord style. And this is G major, so just 3rd fret here. Then a D chord. All right. And that cycles throughout the intro and pre-verse sections. As far as the little lead sections going on with the two guitars, like I said, we're going to try to make the best of both of them into one. So we'll be here in this 9, 7, 10 fret area. Start here at the 9D, then we go 7, 9, G to 7, B. Okay, that's pretty much the first guitar there. Second guitar comes in with this bit. We're at 7s on the high E. Hit a few, maybe a little stutter once more, and then 10 on the B. And then pull off 9 to 7 G. Okay, and just about as that little pull-off's done, that's kind of when the first guitar starts again with that same scale, 9D, 7, 9 G. But the second and third time through that we do this, instead of going to 7B, we go to 10 on the B. All right, and that second guitar does the same little 7s on the E, 10B, pull the 9, 7 off on the G. All right, and like I said, third time's the same as the second time. But the only hitch with that third time through is that we're doing the first two chords instead of the G and D, it's the B minor and the F sharp minor over the top of it. That's the only kind of hitch with that third time through. But the lead part is the same as the second time through. And once we get to the run through there, we get to our G to D chord, and it's basically just kind of hitting part of that D chord with the 7s on the D, G, B. And then you can do a little 8, 9 hammer on A to the 7D. Okay, just kind of play around with that. And with the end of the intro, and I think this happens in a variation of the end of the pre-verse, you get a little bit of a extra lead part there where we go 10s on the B, hang out there for maybe like 4 or so. Then we walk it down with a couple of them to 8 to 7B, and then that 9, 7 pull off on the G. All right, hold that a moment, and then we can do G, we go hammer the 9 to 11, back to 9, slide it down to 7, well, something like that. And as far as the verses, the chords going on, it's kind of held down mostly by just the bass doing it. But there's a little bit of a little rest at the start, and then we do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strums. It kind of varies, just kind of finishing out that measure with just strumming the chord if you want to. And it starts with the B minor, so you can do the bar chord style here at the 7 with the 9s. Okay, that type of feel to it. Then it rests, drops down to that F sharp minor with the 2s with the 4s. Then it goes to the G, and I like to just stick with the bar chord style here. It's just G major, same kind of feel. And with the verses here, instead of going to the D like we would in the previous sections, we just stay on the G. All right, and it basically just goes through that progression a couple times, the B minor, F sharp minor to a couple Gs. For the outro, we get this kind of cool little riff just for the outro. Start here in this B minor lick where we got A and D string. We go 2 on the A, open D to 2, open A string, 2 on the D to open, 3 on the E, open D to 2D, and then 3 on the E, 2D to open, and just cruise through that all the way to the end.